Welcome to the Clearing Barrel. Hope all of you had a safe and wonderful weekend this weekend. Hope all is well, and hope that the rest of your week is good. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the Caravan. First, before we talk about the Caravan, I just want to address one thing, and this is my personal viewpoint, and doesn't exactly reflect on anybody else who is at the Clearing Barrel, but this is my own personal view. I think immigration is a good thing. I really do. I think it's a positive thing for the U.S. and it's a good thing for the immigrants who are coming to the U.S. So I'm definitely a supporter of that. I just don't think that we should have open borders and people can just walk over here all willy-nilly. I think there should be a vetting process for sure. The reason why I think that is because I don't want drug lords and murderers and rapists to be here. And people have tried to get over here and it's not a good time. So there should definitely be a vetting process. That's all I'm going to say. And there should be immigration reform also. I think it's ridiculous that you have to be here for a gazillion years and you have to pay a gazillion dollars in order to be a legal U.S. citizen. I think that's silly. But yeah, those are my opinions. You can feel free to disagree with those, but those are my personal views on the subject matter. I tried to wait a few days until after the Caravan reached the border to actually talk about this. I think I waited for about 3 days before I started posting stuff on Facebook. Apparently, though, that was even at that point, that was too soon because I had posted an article on the Clearing Barrel's Facebook page that said that a Border Patrol agent got his head smashed in by one of the Caravan members and that killed him. Turns out, according to Snopes, the guy could have just fallen into a ditch. He could have been attacked, he could have just fallen, and could have been a tragic accident. Either way, though, nobody really know what happens to him, or what happened to him. So there's probably going to be an investigation on that. So I apologize for posting that a little bit too early. I should have waited for more facts to come out before jumping the gun on that. So it's been about a week or two after the Caravan reached the southern border. I did some research. I'm going to share with you today what the facts are, what facts that I have come to find out. And after I present the facts to you, I'm going to drop my opinion on top of that. So let's get right to it. First things first, what is the Caravan running from and where are these people from? So the majority of these people are from Honduras, and there are some people from El Salvador and Guatemala and a handful of other countries also. What are they running from? There was recently an interview with Tucker Carlson was interviewing a man named Roberto Hernandez. Roberto Hernandez is a supporter of the Caravan and immigration, and he doesn't seem too happy with the U.S. for whatever reason. Anyways, moving on though, Roberto Hernandez said that these people are trying to flee a war that the U.S. started in Honduras. That is not the case. Turns out, according to humanrightswatch.org, there's no civil war in Honduras. There's no war to speak of in Honduras. There's lots of gangs, there's lots of violence, there's a lot of rape and murder, and that's unfortunate, but it's not the result of a war. Anybody who tells you otherwise is lying or is completely ignorant of the facts. And this isn't just me saying this, this is Human Rights Watch, and they know their crap. So they're not running from a war, they're not running from a civil war or anything like that, they're running from gang violence, and most of it is actually coming from MS-13. Trump earlier this year called MS-13 a bunch of animals because he knew that they're a bunch of animals. They're a bunch of rapist pigs and murdering cowards who will take advantage and prey upon the weak. I think they deserve to get shot in the face. That's my personal opinion. Not inciting violence, not saying that you should just execute these people on the spot. They do deserve a trial, but these are terrible people, and they need to be treated as terrible people because of the heinous things that they're doing. The media totally bashed Trump for saying this, and it's ridiculous. Because now we see that there's an entire caravan of people running away from their own homeland because of MS-13. Way to go, guys. You made fun of our president because he was calling brutal psychopaths animals. Good job. Second point that I'm going to talk about today. Mexico actually offered these people refuge. Some of the Caravan members actually did take up Mexico on their offer. Mexico even threw together some job fairs for these people and trying to help them. Obviously, some of the Caravan members did not take up Mexico, and they said, no, we're just going to go to the U.S. Thanks anyways, Mexico. So that's interesting enough. Third point that I'm going to get to today is Mexico actually tried to stop the Caravan from even reaching the United States southern border. Why did they do that? Probably because Mexico recognizes and acknowledges that crossing the border illegally without even a passport is illegal. They have to enforce the laws that they created themselves too. So when the Mexican Federal Police is in riot gear pushing these people back, it's because that they know that their intentions are not to seek asylum, it is to cross the border illegally. And that's not good. They still have to enforce the laws that they created. Fourth point that I'm going to get to today. So what did the Caravan do once they got to the southern border? Some of the members actually did go and seek asylum the legal way. They went to the southern border and they applied for it, and they have to wait a couple months until they hear back from the United States government whether or not they get to have asylum in the U.S. or not. The people that you see in the media outlets and social media all the time are people who decided not to do that. They did not want to go about it the legal way. They wanted to hop fences, destroy government property, and throw rocks at Border Patrol agents. Most of the major media outlets will not show you the whole story. All they'll show you is Border Patrol shooting tear gas into the crowd indiscriminately. That's not the case. Even according to Time, I just read an article earlier today explaining that the crowd that Border Patrol agents shot tear gas at, they were trying to dig underneath the fence and bend the fence and break the fence. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there from independent media outlets who aren't really politically motivated to go one way or the other. They record this stuff and release it to YouTube so the rest of us can be informed. Yeah, so if you watch those videos, you can clearly see that these people are throwing rocks at Border Patrol agents. They're bending fences, hopping fences, digging underneath them, trying to cross the border illegally. I have sympathy for these people because, yes, they did endure some gang violence. They probably endured a lot of hardships just trying to get here. What I don't sympathize with is them trying to come here illegally. They have to do it legally just like everybody else does. Some of them did apply through asylum the legal way and the correct way, but most of these people are just trying to take shortcuts and break laws in order to get here, and that's not right. So yeah, those are the facts. Quick summary of the facts real quick. The Caravan was running away from gang violence. They were not running away from a war. Second point that I tried to make is Mexico offered these people jobs and refuge, and most of them denied it. Some of them did accept it, but they denied it. Third point is Mexico tried to prevent the Caravan from making it to the southern border because they knew that they were going to try to cross the border illegally rather than apply for asylum. Fourth point is the Caravan, some members of the Caravan stormed the border and tried to cross the border illegally. Some of them actually succeeded in doing that. Not everybody, though. Some people did apply for asylum the correct way. Another thing that I forgot to tell you. I posted this on the Clearing Barrels Facebook page, and it's an article from popularmilitary.com. So, pretty much it's a story about this woman who jumped the border. Excuse me, sorry about that. She jumped the fence, hurt herself, landed on some barbed wire, and the Border Patrol actually gave her first aid, kept her with her children, gave her an ambulance ride to the nearest hospital, and she actually got medical treatment, even though she broke the law. So the Border Patrol isn't just a bunch of Nazi thugs that'll shoot people indiscriminately. They actually just want to do their job, and they don't want to hurt anybody. Again, that's just my opinion. But, so those are the facts that I got for you today. That's my opinion for this topic matter, and that's all I got to say about that. Today's episode has been brought to you by 1 Cup of Coffee and the First Amendment. Have a splendid day. Hope you all stay safe. Take it easy.